morning and welcome to BAPEN Breakfast News with BAPEN Chairman Tim Bowling. I'm Estelle Matthews and we'd like to welcome you to the DDF Symposium 2012 here in Liverpool. Coming up this morning, we'll be speaking to consultant gastroenterologist and Chair for Education and Training, Sheldon Cooper, about the biggest challenges facing BAPEN within ENT. We'll be finding out more about the nutritional screening tool MUST, which has been a real success story for BAPEN with Professor Marinos Ilia. We'll take a look at the British Artificial Nutrition Survey with consultant gastroenterologist Dr. Trevor Smith. And we'll be joined by former BAPEN Treasurer Christine Russell for an update on the Nutrition Screening Week project. We'll also have a roundup of all the latest BAPEN national activities with our weather girl, Ailsa Brotherton. Plus, Tim will be talking to Dr. Mike Stroud, who leads BAPEN's quality group, to find out what their most important issues are at the moment.
This is primarily an opportunity for us to inform you as to what BAPEN and the Executive and Council are doing mainly behind the scenes on your behalf. Now, it's quite difficult to adequately inform the membership in terms of communications and e-communications, and I hope that this session here will actually serve a better purpose.
A lot of people are facing increasing pressures from their managers and their clinical leads to say, choose your education wisely and choose your education with money in mind. And therefore we have to be very clever about the way that we think of delivering the education to everybody that needs it.
MUST has been the runaway success story for BAPEN in recent years. And I'm sure that you take a lot of personal satisfaction from that. It's now been widely adopted in hospitals. What else do you think can be done, and what other avenues that BAPEN can undertake to increase its use?
I might answer that question, Tim, by considering the vision that we originally had with the launch of MUST, which was to establish consistent criteria for identifying those at risk of malnutrition, so that within one care setting and between care settings, the same criteria could be used in order to establish seamless care as a patient moved within care settings as well as between care settings.
The final NSW report has just been released. What are the main take-home messages, do you think, that we can gain from this?
Well, it was released in the spring this year, and I think this was the fourth survey that we've done. In a way, quite similar results to those that we've seen in the first three, really making the point very clearly once again that malnutrition in the UK is a very common problem. It's affecting at least a quarter of all adults admitted into our hospitals, about 20% of those going into our mental health units, and there'll be a higher prevalence in care homes where about at least 1 in 3 of residents who have recently been admitted into care are being shown to be at risk of malnutrition.
What we're trying to achieve is to characterise the patient group, describe who they are, try and identify any particular strengths or weaknesses within the care that these patients receive, and try to bring together some data about patient outcomes and any trends in terms of indications for nutrition support.
You're leading BAPEN's quality group. What do you think this group really needs to try and address? What are the most important issues in your view?
Well, despite promises, the government have really thrown the NHS into a sort of new chaos. So they said they weren't going to change very much, but they've changed everything in terms of the commissioning of care. And if there's one thing that we now need to do, is to make sure that quality in care is there, and that they recognise that you can't deliver quality care without nutrition being absolutely at the heart of it.
Nutrition and hydration are both really taking off at the moment in terms of the strategic health authorities really making it a priority focus area. So we are seeing implementation of the guidance into clinical practice, which is excellent. I think it's absolutely beautiful sunshine everywhere across the country, but with some isolated patches of rain where we really need to work together and integrate the nutritional care.
Don't forget to sign our malnutrition e-petition today and ask 10 colleagues to sign it too. But for now, from all of us here on the breakfast sofa, it's goodbye.
The biggest challenges are delivering good good, high-quality education and training in very competitive times in a manner which a lot of people are finding difficult to get hold of. So for postgraduate training, basically, getting it out there to our members.
BAN's the British Artificial Nutrition Survey. It's a unique worldwide venture that's been led and delivered by BAPEN. It's a register of patients on home artificial nutrition support. And one of the unique features of it, it collects data about both enteral and parenteral feeding.
Well, we need to engage with the new commissioning systems across the board to make sure that they understand that nutritional care is at the heart of quality. You can't deliver good care without it. And engaging with them means engaging at every level, from governments to patients, and across the public health, the NHS and the social care setting. So if we can do that, make it clear that it's cost effective to do it, then I think we'll move forward and get proper services arranged in the proper way.